What is up, my dudes? I thought I was already streaming. My bad. What is up, my dudes? Hello, brother. Is that still in? I'm behind on the times. How's everyone doing? Hello. Hello. Danish pastry, what a joy to have you in the stream today. Happy to see you as always. Danny, Christian, hello. Hello, what a great crew. What a great crew. Knitting a sweater for a bunny. My lord. It's gonna be the most snug bunny in the world. You know, once you start knitting, the world is your oyster, right? You say, here's a question for you. Do you say oyster? Do you say, I've heard some people say Erster. Any Erster fans in here? You crazies. Okay. I might be getting the term wrong. Christian says, I can't pronounce that letter. Osters? The osters for the mosters. I can't pronounce that letter. I can't. There's a roadblock phonetically. Osters. What is the term for when people knit graffiti, when they graffiti knits, when you knit a sweater to go on like a fire hydrant? Is it called like yarn bombing? Do you know what I'm talking about? Am I crazy? Is that a thing? Yarn bombing? You've become too powerful if you're able to use your knitting for good. For evil? Jury's still out. Hold on, let me go turn my fan on. Is yarn bombing good or evil? Someone did that on my street, actually. It's not exclusive to knit. Crochet and more included. All right, I'm about to make you mad. About to make you mad, Danish pastry. What's the difference? Okay. Let me guess. Before I even look, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what I think the difference in crocheting and knitting is. Knitting uses 2 needles with hooks on them, and crocheting uses 1 needle. He botched it. He botched it big time. Botched it big time. Only real G's knit and posers crochet. Crocheting's for old people and knitting is only for the brave. Take that to your yarn shop. Knitting uses 2 needles and crochet uses 1 hook. Hey! That's pretty close. Let's see what we're talking about today. Woof. Ending in a T. No A, O, or U. Give me a limit. No I? Carson, they'd strangle you in yarn. You know what? I feel 90% confident I could hold my own against anyone coming at me trying to yarn bomb me, you know? You can't catch me. I'm too wily. I'm swinging fists. Now, someone who crochets, they're a little bit more wild. You cannot predict a crocheter. What is that what you call someone who crochets? Because crocheter doesn't really feel like it's right. Maybe we got to shorten it. Crochet, maybe like someone who, if you crochet, you're like you're crotchy. Knitter and crocheter. I don't like either of those terms. Oh no. All right. How can we have a word that has no A, O, U, or I's? We're only working with E's here. Carson, I hate the term pantser. Yeah, welcome. That's that. Also, Carson Crotcher. Look. Here's the deal. You got me. Fine. Fine. You got me. Is that what you want? I'm a hypocrite. All right. We only got E's and T's here. There's no way we're talking tenant, right? Sheesh. Now I'm feeling like sheet. Let's go. You know, they call me the Wordle master. Comrade Sheridan, hello, welcome. On my screen, Comrade Sheridan, I just beat you to it. But I feel like, talking about delay, you had it first. Let's look at household today. Thrifty Thursdays, which makes me think this is going to be a good deal. We got a home here in Texas. You know what? I dig this. I dig this house. I like the vibe I'm feeling here. We got sort of the hallway style entrance. I can dig this. You can thrift home. You haven't been to, they don't have those kind of thrift stores in Danish land. I'm thinking this home is a steal at $6,500. I mean, $650. Too low. Fair. I thought Thrifty Thursday. Sorry. Maybe there's a misnomer here. Sugarland, Texas. 19 miles to Houston. Dude, look at this. That's a good looking house. If you were here in yesterday's stream, I think it was yesterday's stream, the house we were looking at there, 1.375 million in San Francisco, could fit in here. Now we're 19 miles out of Houston, so we're Houston suburbs. This is probably, I'm looking out the window feeling like this is some rich neighborhood vibes, you know? Danny says close to $1 million. Comrade Sheridan, it's a $65. Final offer. Take it or leave it. All right, let's shoot up here. Let's shoot up and go, let's say 3 million. I don't know. Frey, hello. I don't know what kind of market we're talking in Texas. 3 million too high. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. You know what? You got me. 2,600 square feet. Dang. They're in a country club. This is a golf course. This is country club vibes, which means this house cannot be less than $1 million. I'm going to go 1.3 mil. Too high. They do be thrifting. All right, Danny, here's the deal. In your case, at 975, you could win this house. But I'll make you an offer. For $65, I'll buy your case. Is that how the game goes? It's been a while since I've seen Deal or No Deal. I'm starting to think, though. I'm starting to think you might be right here. 3 bed, 2.5 bath. It's not a huge home, but it's a nice home. It's not a huge home, but it's a nice home. Is that a good listening experience? Sorry. Are we going to call it? You know what, Danny? This is for you. I was going to put in 1 million. I'm going to put in 975. Moment of truth. Too high. Oh. Thrifty Thursdays, baby. They weren't lying. Should have taken the $65. This, I'm gonna be honest. Hot take here. I'm gonna be honest. This bathroom, not vibing with me. For a couple reasons. Let me tell you. Number one, gold hardware. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Gold hardware all over the place? That looks tacky. Boom. I said it. The gold in that wood is not for me. Totally fair. Frey loves gold. It's not working here. To me, it's not working. And I'm talking like the lights are gold. All the hardware is gold. You know what? Let's even talk just about the bathtub. Strictly speaking, tubs. Strictly speaking, tubs. This doesn't feel functional. I'm telling you. This is aesthetic, waste of space. And you're talking to a guy who enjoys a nice hot bath. Look, I'll say it. We're all thinking it. You look at me and you're like, this dude takes some baths. And I'm like, look, I'm not here to fight. I'm not here to fight. I'm just here to prompt conversation. Okay? Christian says, what's that empty corner for? Millennial aesthetic. That's the true sign of wealth. I'll tell you right here. The true sign of wealth is having a corner of your room that can afford to just be empty. All right. I'm thinking 700. I'm thinking really 750. But I'll go 700. And the final answer was 725. Take me to the listing. We'll definitely need different wallpaper for the gold. Totally fair. Totally fair. I don't know much about Sugar Land, Texas. But it feels like I know Dollywood is in Tennessee, but it's got Dollywood vibes being called Sugar Land, Texas. But to be fair, nice house. Nice house. I'll admit, nice house. Nice house. Is that what you wanted? Dude, what is... Look at this. I didn't know people actually had things like this in their homes. Is this a normal thing? I thought this was like only in TV shows where they were telling me this couple... I'm a kindergarten teacher and my husband collects cans on the side of the road. Our budget for a home is $2.8 million. You know what I'm saying? This is a nice home though. It is. Look, I'm with Danny. I'm with Danish Pastry. Something about this house just, to me, doesn't feel lived in. Right? It's set, of course it's set up for like to be sold. Yeah, I get that. But nothing about what I'm seeing makes me want to be like, I can't wait to get up on a Tuesday morning and start work in this kitchen. Danish Pastry says, too white. I imagine that's how you did it in your, from your computer. It's a model house that doubles as a movie set. Hey, what I'm hearing is an investment property. I stayed in an Airbnb in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And it was the most Airbnb Airbnb I've ever been in. Do you know what I mean by that? It was designed purely in a way to have like good numbers on the Airbnb listing, and you go in the building and you're like, what the hell? This house doesn't have a pantry? What the hell am I doing? This closet is 1 foot deep. What am I doing here, right? It was the most Airbnb I've ever stayed in. The appeal of an Airbnb is that you're away from home and it still feels like you're in a home, not a hotel room. But this thing was like, okay, we got completely rid of the pantry so we could put in a coffee station and a microwave in this dinky little room. Hope you didn't want to store dry goods anywhere. What a dystopian sentence. Sadly, yes. Sadly, yes. All right. Time. This photo goes so hard. Wow. This photo goes hella hard. Wow. Am I right? What's his hat? This doesn't feel... Is this Turkish? This doesn't feel like Turkish, though. No matter where you go, great value water and Aquafina, you'll find it. You'll find it. Worldwide. Is that a Slim Jim? Dude. 69, hello. Dude, this would be the sickest Slim Jim commercial I've ever seen. Imagine we're zoomed in. All right, picture this. Hold on. I wish I could make my screen bigger here. Picture this. Lean into the computer so that my screen takes up everything, right? Picture this. Fade in. You see the Slim Jim on the ground. Slowly zooms out. Snap into a Slim Jim. Chills. Super Bowl commercial worthy. Jonathan Cloud, hello. Welcome to the stream. Slim Jim, you can bill me directly. All right, I'm feeling... This doesn't feel like turkey. I could be wrong. This doesn't feel like Turkish script. Computer and biggin. Enhance. I'm feeling, first off, very modern. Very modern. Definitely in the 2020s. We have people saying they've seen this in their feed, and I believe that. This feels like some Eastern European maybe kind of script. Is that pepper spray? Splay. Is that pepper spray? Oh no. Gonna be pepper sprayed. That's on the internet forever. Oh, where's Turkey? Where are they hiding Turkey? What up, Wolfie? Is it legal to Google image it? No! No. Reminds me of one of the follow the cops around shows in Denmark where an officer accidentally sprays his partner because it bounced off a bald man's head. Cops hate this one trick. Being bald. Don't hit me with the where is Turkey. Turn the stream off. And turn the stream. I was just a little north. What's the big deal? All right, you know what? I'm going to choose to believe my stream friends and plop this down in Istanbul. Good old Constantinople. Right? Is that right? Ding! 2 miles off. Let's go. You guys are right. You guys are right. I'm not above admitting it. You were right. Riot police officers using pepper spray against a protester in Istanbul. Thousands have taken to the streets to protest the arrest of Istanbul's mayor, a prominent opposition figure and potential challenger to Turkey's president. Dude. Respect. Respect. Hella respect. All right. Slavne? Oh God, was that a bad word somewhere? Something day. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. Sometimes you start trying to parse something out on screen and you're just left with an oh, brother. All right, let's try to nail down the time here. First off, there's a straight up West Side Story vibe over here. I'm digging it. Look at that hair, dude. That's sick. Pompadour, let's go. This has East European vibes, right? What year was Greece? Frey says, I see German. I see France. Am I right? Heyo. I don't know if that I see England, I see France. Has that made it across the pond? I see London, I see France. That's it. I see London, I see France. What's the next line? Someone help me out. Don't hit me with the classic Greece switcheroo. Wait, Frey, you said you see German here? This isn't German. Well, I mean, this looks German. Kindred. Carson, you said there'll be a stream where we can send in our works once again. When do you plan to make that stream? It'll probably be an event later on, right? These 2 weeks of live streams are ending on Friday. And we'll do another sort of live stream event at some point in the future. And maybe we'll do like some office hours kind of thing. I think that'd be fun. Waiting room for mothers with children. Dang, Frey is cracked, dude. Waiting room, water rum for Mutter mit Kindern. But this isn't all. This is, okay. You know what? I think we are in. Am I crazy to say this is wartime? Am I crazy to say that? What day is it? All right. You know, I'm going with it. I'm going to say we are in Poland, Warsaw, 1942. $1974. Okay. But Poland was correct. Bad on the year, decent on the location. A photo taken in Prague's main railway station during the mid-70s. Brother, 70s? Was West Side Story in the 70s? That can't be right. That when greasers were? Am I allowed to say greasers? Oh, brother. Ask me anything. Sheesh. Dang, what's been going on? Let's see what's happening in the world. 2 brothers jailed for stealing turkeys on Xmas. Lady. Police gave $10,000 to fishermen. Judge put on trial. There's always dates here. Come on. Bin Laden warns America in Baghdad. Top gospel musician dies. Student. Jeez, dude. Things be Ghana. Oh, dude, we got it. We got it. We in Ghana. All right, give me some time. 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 Oh sh. Give me some time. Hold on. Hold on. Oh no. Oh no. I'm on stream. I'm on stream. Can't find Ghana. Oh no. Oh no. 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 Oh no. No, everyone could see me not finding Ghana. Everyone else could have found Ghana right away, and I'm over here just Mozambique. Tanzania. Oh no. Don't look at chat. Don't look at chat. Don't look at chat. What? I've never heard of this place in my life. Is this new Ghana? No. My American education. Dang it. I knew I should have spent more time studying. Oh no. West Africa. I have a feeling it's more West Africa. Something's telling me it's more West Africa. Djibouti? No, that can't be right. Everyone's watching. That is East. Phrase right. Damn it. That was East the whole time I was looking East. Not West. That's like getting your left and rights wrong. That's exactly what it is. I found it. Found it. First try. First try, baby. Let's go. All right, I only see one big place in Ghana. And I'm not saying that's where it's got to be, but... Hold on, hold on. What? Excuse me? Is that Britney Spears? It's gonna be somewhere over here. Rubbish in your beer? We riot. We riot at dawn. Okay. Kind of be looking like Britney Spears. There's a boycott. Ghana. Taxi drivers are angry. The onset of Uber. Okay, okay. Disaster alert. All right, all right. We're going to have to take a guess. I think this is just from, here's the crazy thing. Even just from like the graphic design of a lot of these, I'm kind of feeling this is like early 2000s. I'm going to say 2004. 2007. Oh my God. How did I click in the ocean? Did I do that? That's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. 6 miles off because I clicked in the dang water, dude. But year-wise, that was a good round. Okay, okay. Off to the next one. Oh my God. Dude, thank God for newspapers. Woo! Hoobastank wins Grammy. That's sick. Punch Buggy, no punchbacks. Late 60s. No. Early 70s. Babushka. I don't know what I'm talking about, dude. Okay. I'm not getting anything here. I'm saying we are first north. He's cracked. This looks like what kind of typeface we talking here? East Europe to the north, Volkswagen car, Northern Europe, 1973 Austria. So specific. That's definitely Finnish. If there's one person I trust on this planet, it is Danish pastry. But I think if we're in Finland, it can't be. This is too rural to be, right, Helsinki. But, I mean, I feel like this is too far north. Trust a pastry. They are wise. That is correct. You know what? Here's the deal. 1970. Yeah, I still feel okay about that. 1971. We're not going to be too far out of like a Helsinki. We're going to go in between Helsinki and Turku. One of my closest friends is Finnish. A lot of Danish food products have Finnish text on them. Well, there you go. 24 miles off. Wow. 8 years off. I should have gone earlier. Good sleuthin'. Also, let there be conflict. Hello. Hello. Welcome to the stream. There's conflict here. There's conflict aplenty. Midlerfidig Strent for Ginnamkronging. We got Norway right away from Christian. We got a Barnaker. We got Norway. We got Sweden. We're up here in the Nordics. Is that what they call them? What do they call these areas? The Baltics. I think that, is that right? No, the Baltics are East Europe, right? Scandinavia. All right, I'm gonna be real with you. I thought Scandinavia was. You know what? Never mind. Okay. I'm getting the vibes of like Miracle on. What's the movie where the kid licks the frozen like the pole and his tongue gets stuck? Because fashion wise, I'm kind of getting that here. A Christmas Story, which famously takes place in the years. Finish a sentence with me because we all know it together. Christmas Story takes place roughly in the years of. Someone help me out. Someone help me. The years of the 60s. That's what we all agreed on. Is that right? There's not a lot to go off on this. Rosebud. There's a Citizen Kane joke for you. Also, here's the thing. When I quote the word Rosebud, you know what I'm quoting? I am not quoting Citizen Kane. You know what I'm quoting? I'm quoting the cheat code in the first Sims game to get infinite money. Who's with me? Oh my God, Frey. All right. Let's do this. We're supposed to be writing. Norway seems to be the text. Okay. Rosebud was only 1,000 simoleons. Oh, Danish pastry. I'm about to blow your mind. Because here's what you did. If you put Rosebud, followed by a semicolon and a space, you could paste it over and over and over again. And when you hit enter, it was the collected money of all entries within there. Meaning, you hit Control C, Control V 10 times, copy everything, Control C, Control V, 10 more times, you're at. You see where I'm going. All right. We're locking it in. It seems like we're thinking this is Norway-ish. I just did up arrow and enter spam. Why not do motherload? Get off my back. I was 8. I didn't have the critical thinking skills that I'm notorious for having now. And look at all the cheaters in chat. Oh my. You know, this was all one big bamboozle so that we could see your true colors. While I was out here grinding to give my Sims a great life, some other people here were cutting corners. They're in the chat. Officer, This message right here. This message over here. 59 says, just hex edit the game to make everything free. I'm sure there's some great capitalism joke in here. All right, let's make our guess. I liked what we were saying. It was in like the 40s. 4 miles off. This is insane. A sign reading children sledding. Temporary closed for through traffic in Oslo, Norway. Good job, everyone. Good job. Age of Empires was cracked with cheats. Yeah, you could bring in a car with a machine gun. Anyone ever do that one? Pull that move? Why would you give your Sims a great life? That's boring. I see that. I'm able to see the origins of why you became a writer. Why would we write a happy story when we could put someone through trauma? I see the origin stories here. Age of Empires was cracked with cheats. There's gamers and there's builders. I like to build stuff. Totally fair. May I petition for a bandle before we write? I do love me some bandle. Maybe on a tricycle with a machine gun. I remember one of the Age of Empires games having a stormtrooper code. I feel like I remember that one too. Let me tell you. So I have an older brother. He's 4 years older than me. And when we were young, we played a lot of Age of Empires, and we had an Ethernet cable stretched between the family computer and my uncle's computer, which he let us use sometimes. And we could play LAN, Warcraft 3, or Age of Empires, right? You remember those days. Maybe you remember those days. Those were some special days. Now, 4 years, when you're 8 and your older brother is 12, you're not winning Age of Empires unless you think outside the box. This is some little brother shenanigans, okay? I hope he doesn't see this clip. All right, here's what you do. You can't win. Your older brother 4 years over. His actions per minute over there. He was dang fatality. There's another old joke for you. Over here, with how fast he was moving, mouse, keyboard, right? I'm over here hunting and pecking, trying to get to age 2 so I can have a stone castle. So what do you do? Think outside the box. You win in other ways. You set the rules yourself. As soon as you start losing, you just sneak away. And you leave the basement and you just go do whatever else you want to do. And 12 minutes later, you hear trash talk down in the basement because your castle's being torn down and all your soldiers are dead. And then your older brother comes storming up the stairs like, where'd you go? And at the end of the day, you've won. Gatorade. Connections and Bandle, then we write. Jonathan Cloud says, I've always wanted to play local Age of Empires. I would still play Age of Empires. That was a goated game. That and Age of Mythology. Sick. 59 says, me, my dad, my uncle, and my cousin had a LAN set up for a World of Warcraft server. That's awesome. That is awesome. It was great because you could cheat. That's what I hear. There was a LAN Diablo 2 or LAN Baldur's Gate 2 and trolling available. And that was... Those were the days. Old joke. You're so young. A fatality joke? The first professional gamer? Minus Billy Mitchell, but that's up for debate. Are you kidding me? Who else out here is pulling out fatality references? One of a kind. Come on. All right. Connections. Can we zoom in here a little? Connections. There we go. All right. I can't look at chat for a second because I got to show you my moves. Let me show you my moves, friends. All right. We got phone, sway, scratch, wave. phone, sway, scratch, wave. Right, chip, paper, ding. Right, chip. Okay, chip, scratch, okay. Paper, ding, chip, scratch, ding. Touch, green. Move, bingo, change, reach. Okay. You know, a younger, less put together Carson would have just started clicking. Nowadays, you gather information, then you decide, right? Chip, scratch, ding. Unless they're purposefully. Hold on, I see it. Bingo. Right. Correct. Is this one a reach? This last one feels like a reach. Bingo. Correct. Right. Ding. Noises for a correct answer. You got it. All right, we move on. Move, wave, sway. Not loving that one. Not loving it. Paper. Okay. Touch. Reach. I don't know about this one. Move. Sway. Wave. Then I'm not really feeling this other one, you know? Chip. Scratch. That still feels good. What? Chip. Scratch. Phone. Dude, I think I'm hitting a brick wall here. Paper, green, scratch. 3 words for money. Green. That's a good one. And change. Good call. Yeah. Okay, now I needed some help, but now I'm back. Chip. I'm just clicking chip over and over. Sway, wave, move. Screw it. Reach. Oh. Brutal. I didn't even get the one off thing. That's not good. You know, the worst categories are when it's something like all of these words can be preceded by this other word, you know? Touch, screen, phone, screen. Someone says touch, phone, scope, chip. No, because I chose these 4, and that wasn't right. Shuffle these bad boys. Touch. What could chip be? Chip. A touch shot. That's those are golf things. Computer chip and a phone. Chip is in SIM card. But then these other ones, you know? You're not scoping. I think wave, sway, move. No, didn't I just do this? Damn it. Am I stupid? All right. Tell me, help a brother out. Scope, phone, wave, chip. What's the scope? Son of a... God damn it. Microchip, microphone. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. I just said microphone like I was like, that doesn't make any sense. Brother, I'm speaking into one right now. That's a rough one, guys. That's a rough one. Move, reach, sway, touch is effect. This game always makes me feel stupido. Yeah. Whoa, hey, everything looks different. You seeing this? All right, look, here's the deal. Released in 2005, 5.1 billion YouTube views. Bass and synth. I think I'm going to be able to get this one before it even plays. Also, where do I type in? Is this? Am I on the right thing? This is Bandle app. Yeah. All right, hold on. Let me bring you into this. Here we go. All right. First off, this goes hard. The first thing that comes to my mind, what the heck is this? Am I on the mobile website? Dude, they messed up this. This is all... I would love to listen. I can't even... Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me check this out. Something... I'm not a fan of this. I do have some developer tool stuff on. This is weird. So here's the thing. My first thought is I'm hearing Gorillaz. 2005 Gorillaz was pretty huge, but I don't know if any of their Gorillaz early hits are going to have 5 billion views on YouTube. I'm also thinking to hit 5 billion, it needs to be like a cultural movement. So one of the first things I'm thinking of is like Sandstorm. But like in my head, I'm hearing the doo 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 doo, itch that doo 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 doo, right? All right, thank you for checking, Danny. I think it was not a positive move. I'm gonna find Gorillaz, but I know it's not either of these. All right. I don't think it's Sandstorm because I feel like this was earlier, but I'm gonna throw it in there. Good guess, but no. Don't patronize me. $2005. This doesn't feel right for 2005. This is very much in Daft Punk's era, you know? I don't know what Daft Punk song it would be, though. This also, you know, I feel like the kind of genre we're in could be like... Was it Aphex Twin? Could be like that, like Firestarter. Like we're in that realm, you know? I don't know. Here's a crazy thing. It could probably be Around the World. I don't remember how Around the World goes. And I don't know these two songs, which makes me think that they probably aren't having 5 billion things. Let's try Around the World. Okay, hold up. Am I hearing Crazy Frog? Do you hear it like I do? I'm a crazy frog. Is that an option? Oh, that's so good. I heard it. I heard it when everything stopped. I heard it right when the bass stopped. I heard the I'm a crazy frog. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if it comes up in this. Hold on. Dude, that goes so freaking hard. 5 billion views deserved. Deserved. Sometimes you're in a bundle and you're like, wow, this song has 900 million streams. And then at the end of the day, you're like, okay, that's a mid song. That song goes hard. That goes hard. People not putting respect on the frog's name. Now, here's the deal. How did you discover Crazy Frog? Because there's one video that's deserving of this attention. The TV adverts. Ringback tone adverts. No one here putting respect on the names of the two, 10-year-old kids lip syncing this whole song in, their basement. All right, hold on. As soon as you see a still from this video, you'll get it. All right, also this era of music where, oh my god, dude, there's a million Crazy Frog videos. Oh my god. Heroes. Even from this image, I can feel it. Look at this. This was the video. This was the video. And also, this was take 3. There's 2 other takes that didn't make the cut, and they also would have been iconic internet history. Didn't they recreate that video as adults? They did. And it still goes hard. They did a great job. This is content. One of my favorite kinds. I promise you we're about to write. I promise you we're about to write. But before we do, one of my absolutely favorite kinds of content to consume is hearing someone who has vast knowledge on a very specific topic explain it to me. Being like for the longest time, I've wanted to do a video on the channel about the history of fan fiction, right? Someone who can walk me through almost like a PowerPoint presentation and full of links that we can go to learn the origins of fan fiction. Here's all the most popular and infamous fan fictions that came about that shifted the landscape as we know it, all culminating all culminating in an understanding of how fan fiction from the past 25 years has shaped modern literature. Am I right? You are not ready for the Snape Wives or the Omega Verse. All right, Frey, you have the floor. Take it away. Tell me about the Omega Verse. Please, I have no prior knowledge, so please, if you wouldn't mind, go ahead, take it away. Let me know. A Danish pastry, do you want to hop in here and provide some context? Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm just kidding. You don't have to do it. I'm just messing with you. I thought it would be something really embarrassing to to explain. Has to do with alpha, beta, and omega, some wolf stuff. You fan fictions and your wolf societies. I was writing fan fiction 30 years ago. But about what? What was the premiere? It had to be X-Files, right? The premiere fan. I feel like X-Files was one of the early fan fiction, like, explorations. You know what I mean? We had Star Trek, of course. Star Trek. Yes, yeah. I was writing fan fiction in 2003. Was it Star Trek 2? Not Star Trek 2 as in the sequel. I mean, also. Danish Pastry says, you should watch Sarah Z. Is Sarah Z going to be my fan fiction historian? Hey, there you go. Or maybe I'll have to reach out. I've been wanting to do this video for months, but I'm not sure the right way to approach it, because I do know that there are some fan fictions that will go on to inspire or even just be turned into huge cultural hits. I think most everyone has heard that, like, I feel like 50 Shades of Grey was originally a fan fiction. I feel like there were a couple others when I was doing research for this video of books where, at least, and also even just an exploration into what modern day authors that we know of that were creating fan fictions back in 2003. And if we can even access them, I think that would be pretty sick. Dragon Ball fan fiction, let's go. Mortal Instruments was a Harry Potter fan fiction. There you go. Oh, that's a cool little tidbit. See, there's something awesome to be explored here. I just got to find the right way to do it. And then it's going to be a video. It's got to be visually appealing in some way. Ray, what are you doing? That's going to be burned into the video forever. Strike one! I'm just messing with you. Just messing with you. All right. You know, we were actually doing this live stream for a functional reason. We've just been having so much fun. Battlestar Galactica retelling, but deviated almost immediately. Sorry, no lizard people making robots that wipe them out. Spoilers! Oh my god, Comrade Sheridan, you just spoiled Battlestar Galactica from 1977 for me. I was about to start watching that tomorrow. Oh my god. Here's a question. What is the time range? What is the amount of time that has to pass before you can spoil something without feeling guilty about it? That was in the pilot movie. That's funny. What is the amount of time that can pass? Like, if you say Snape kills Dumbledore now. Thick29 says 5 years. You've been spoiling your own book for weeks. Christian, welcome to the party. This is my content. This is my content. I have no issue with doing that because hopefully it helps you understand writing a little bit better. I mean, didn't people spoil Dumbledore's death even before the release of the book? Spoilers. Yeah. Oh Lord, 69. You're deviating to fan fiction territory. You're talking about your own fan fictions. You're getting them all mixed up. That's crazy. That was also think about when has there been another book that was so popular that even the thought of like spoiling it on purpose on the night of release even crossed people's mind. We're past the days of being able to have a book series so big that people are lining up at the bookstores to get it. Honestly, Colleen Hoover and Sarah J. Maas might be the only authors I can think of that are writing books popular enough to warrant that. You know what I mean? We need another huge generational book series that gets people lining up at midnight. I guess be the change you want to see in the world. I guess that's my cue to start writing. All right, we've had fun. Now it's time to work. We've done a whole hour just having a ball. Look, we're here to do something important, and we got crazy frogged. Twilight had a midnight release. Yeah, that was probably. I feel like Twilight, 50 Shades of Grey, that probably had a midnight release kind of thing. I feel like Sarah J. Maas could swing some big series where there's midnight releases. Oh, you know what it would be? I can think of 2 books right off the bat where people would line up for them. A Song of Ice and Fire. If that came out, people would line up at midnight. Yeah. And then the last book from the Kingkiller Chronicles. Whatever that one's called. I feel like those are 2 of these like series that have been waiting a long time, you know? Maybe The Wheel of Time. I mean, I'm not now. Maybe The Wheel of Time was maybe another book that had these midnight releases, you know? When Sanderson was wrapping up the series. I'll do a dumpster release where I just throw all the copies in the trash. You okay, Danish pastry? In the trash. Stormlight Archive in a few years? Could be. Yeah, I could see the beginning of the next era, Stormlight Archive, doing that. But also have ebooks ruined the midnight release? Interesting. Something to consider. Anyways, let's do some writing. Let's be the change we want to see in the world. Let's write the book that requires the midnight release because it's so dang popular. 20 minutes on the clock. If you're writing with us today, this is a great time to do some focused work. Whether you're knitting, whether you're writing, whether you're editing, whether you're planning. Let's do it. I think by the end of these live streams, I will have added an extra 10 to 15,000 words to my story. That's my goal. Music going up. Let's do it. We back. Sprint number 1 down. 64, 289. 64, 289. Thick9 says 119 words. I had to pull out my Oracle dice because I feel stuck. I've never heard of Oracle dice, Thick9. Tell me about them. What's an Oracle dice? I'd love to know. How did everyone else do? Anyone making good progress? Christian with 383 words. Nice. Jonathan, that's a cool 175 from me. Love to hear it. Let's go. Danny says 286 words. I had to go on a side quest to find a specific word for a type of medieval spy. A specific word for a type of medieval spy. Saboteur? No. Scaramouche. Scaramouche. 59 says it's a 6-sided dice. 1 no, 2 is no, 3 is no, but 4 is yes, 5 is yes, and 6 is yes. And then you ask questions. Roll 2 if you want a likely answer where you take the highest or lowest. Interesting. Interesting. I've seen various, like, I've never heard of the Oracle dice like that, but I've seen various kind of storytelling, narrative, interesting things in the sense of like rolling dice to figure out what's going to happen next in your story, or like here's a deck of cards that have a bunch of sort of narrative kind of things that you flip over. I get ads like that on my Instagram all the time. Let's see, how am I going to get this list here? Sounds like a tool for pantsers. I kind of want to try doing a story based on dice rolls just for the fun. There's something there. There's something there. I think a lot of them tend to be a little gimmicky, but it could be fun. Could be fun. I'm trying to see how I can get you this list of songs here. Here's what I'll do. In the Discord. The heck? In the Discord, I'll post the background music list. They're all royalty free, publicly available, either on through YouTube's sort of music collab thing. They have like a database of music that you can use. And if you're interested, there's some songs. I posted it in the Discord for anyone wondering about the songs that I play. Neato. Can X even do Y? No. And X is gonna die, huh? Uh-oh. It's okay for trying to get you unstuck if you ask a question and get a no, and it gives you, gives you something to think about. I like it. I like where your head's at. I see, when I'm on Instagram, there's a couple ads I get time and time again about like storytelling stuff. And I would hazard a guess you get something similar if you're watching writing channels. I'm sure we're all in the same big old audience group. I do see some sort of, it may be called the story deck or something that comes up pretty often. And it is like, you know, plan your story. Here's like a bunch of cards that you flip over that are going to describe the story that you tell. I see something like that a lot. I can't remember the exact name, which is like, doesn't really interest me that much, but I see a lot of ads for it. I also get ads for, I think Notion as a writing platform does like these Notion templates, and there's something called like the story workshop or something similar to that point, where it's like you open up this Notion template and it's like, you know, here's a bunch of, I'm assuming a bunch of sort of like leading questions to help you develop your world, develop your characters, figure out how you want to tell your story. I see that a lot. At that point, I just get a tarot deck, write a story based on divination. Love it. Yeah, that's exactly what Danny says too. Yeah, I get those ads a lot. Not really super interested in them. But I'm interested in the idea. I've heard some advice from other people, especially if you like get in like the writer's block. If you're like kind of stuck in a story, then something you can do in your writer's block is like, I've heard one author say, blow something up. When you find that you're in writer's block, blow something. Goodbye, Danish pastry. Goodbye. Have fun. And I don't know if I like that advice. But I also feel like your story can't just be, I'm kind of stuck in my story. I'm going to flip over a card and that's going to be how I get out of it. That just doesn't really seem right to me. But to each their own. I don't know if that's just me. Don't know. JoJo's Stardust Crusaders is the best tarot-based story of all time. I can't think of a single tarot-based story at all. Danny says, I've done that with specific decks for specific characters. Sounds kind of like Morgan Rice advice. I'm unfamiliar with who Morgan Rice is. Stephen King literally blew stuff up in the stand when he was stuck halfway through. Do you know, today I saw that Stephen King has like a very classic epic fantasy story called something like The Dragon's Eye or something like that. I was doing a podcast script on there's a kind of podcast I've been wanting to do for a while called a genre breakdown, where you talk about here's like all the intrinsic elements of a certain genre, and ideally you have someone who writes in that genre kind of partake in the discussion. So I was going over epic fantasy and I saw that Stephen King has a story called Eye of the Dragon. That's like, yeah. Christian Banks says, I have a first edition of it. That's sick. That's cool. I like Stephen King. I'd give Eyes of the Dragon a try. I didn't know he had any sort of epic fantasy style. Maybe epic fantasy. I don't know if that's necessarily the right call, but any fantasy styled stories like that. Dark Tower is weird enough to be its own kind of, I don't really consider that in the same vein as traditional fantasy because it's so uniquely weird, right? I was talking about Wheel of Time and A Song of Ice and Fire and Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn, the sort of traditional epic fantasy. I've known about Dark Tower, but I've never read it. I'd like to, though. Eyes of the Dragon. Look at that. That's sick. Oh, sick. I'd like to try reading this one day. Book is a work of epic fantasy. There you go. He also, Stephen King wrote a book, I think 2 years ago, called Fairy Tale. And I thought that was a really great Stephen King novel. I don't know if anyone here has read Fairy Tale. Comrade Sheridan says, X is going to give it to you. You right. You do be right. Dark Tower is the only Western style series my fantasy reader butt likes. It's on my to be read list. I know I have to read Dark Tower before I die, for sure. I heard it was one of the best things he'd done recently, and it was still, but it was still hit and miss. I listened to the audiobook version, I think last summer, maybe 2 summers ago. And I found the story, it was interesting. It's classic Stephen King, where you're like, the book is about fairy tale, and like, here's like the fantasy premise, and you're like 300 pages in, and you haven't even gotten to that premise yet. Classic Stephen. But the thing is, it's still a good read, you know? It's not like you're bored in those 300 pages, but you're still like, okay, dude, like, I picked up this book for this like fairy tale thing I was promised, and it's 300 pages in, and we're just like sitting around. Slave Warrior Queen is also free on Google Play Books, so you can check it out at no cost. What? Is that Stephen King? Comrade Sheridan, you must be lagging behind. Oh, it's worth checking out. Oh, here it is. Sorry, I missed your first comment, Jonathan. So it's worth checking out The Slave Warrior Queen by Morgan Rice. It's really good for the first part, but it's mostly taste after that. I feel you. I gotta tell you, here's a book I'm excited about. Let me show you a book I have coming in today. One of my greatest reading experiences of all time, which was wholly unexpected, was a graphic novel I read last year called Saga. Anyone here heard of Saga? The omnibus I got, the huge collection, which was like 1,000 pages, was so good. It was so good. The art is beautiful. The story was compelling. The characters had depth. Everyone had great motivations. There were all kinds of twists. And it was the first time in graphic novel form that I really felt like I was getting it, you know? I had read a couple different graphic novels. I was trying to explore this sort of genre of storytelling that I hadn't really gone through before. And so I ordered a used copy of Saga for like $20. And you see this thing? There we go. I ordered this used copy of Saga for like $20. It's like 1,000 something pages. And I read it over like the next month and a half, and it was awesome. So good. And especially if you can find it at that kind of price point, it may be the most bang for my buck I've ever gotten out of a book. Because it was a visual experience, and it was the story, and it was the characters, and it was very unique. It's definitely like kind of adult in its like, you know, topics. There's like drug use, there's sex, there's war, all this stuff. It was awesome. And so I've been trying to see, is there another kind of graphic novel reading experience where I can get that same kind of 1,000-page exciting journey. And so I recently just ordered a brand new omnibus of a different kind of, you know, 1,000-page story, which is, let me pull it up here for you. And I'm going in totally blind. East of West, which is like a weird fiction, Weird West kind of fiction story about like the what's it called? The Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. And I'm excited. That comes in today. I pre-ordered it because I was taking a gamble. I never pre-order anything. But I was like, I am hopeful to find that next big collection of just like keep turning the page, be impressed by the art, be impressed by the story, be impressed by all that. So, highly recommend Saga, and I'll let you know how I like this East of West, but I'm also a sucker for Weird West kind of stories. Danny says, have you read Clover by Clamp? The person who recommended Saga to me did so because we were discussing Clover, which is one of my favorite manga for the storytelling. I feel like I watched, I imagine there's, am I thinking Black Clover? Is that an anime? Is that the same thing or not? I don't know if I've read Clover. I'll do a quick little Google. Clover. I have not heard of Clover, no. I have heard of Black Clover. I have not heard of Clover. I'll look into Clover. I picked up another like 800-page omnibus of this kind of story thing, and it hasn't really captured me as much, but I'm hopeful for the East of West thing. There's Comrade Sheridan. Let's go. Thick29 says, I've been wanting to do some Weird West stuff for a while. I have about 25,000 words in a Weird West story on my laptop here that was inspired by Stephen King. Look, I'm a sucker for these genre fiction stories. So, like, give me a Western zombie story. That's a great mix. Limited ammo, the gritty, dirty, hot desert, shambling corpses. That's going to be a good story. So I started writing that story. And I got like 25,000 words in before I started working on something else. But I would love... I haven't found a good story to really dive into that's doing that Weird West stuff. I know they're out there, especially with self-publishing. But I'm a sucker for those weird kind of stories. Give me a pirate story. Give me a Western story. Mix it with some fantasy. Mix it with some horror. I'm there. Everyone has their own tastes. I get it. My taste might just be weird. I will read those books, though. If I find them, I'll let you know. I know they're out there. If they don't exist, I will be the one to write them. I promise you. All right, we're gonna end with a final sprint. We're gonna make this one 15 minutes, and let's go out doing some writing. How's that sound? I tell you about my pre-ordered book because my dogs just started barking, and I imagine that's why. So now I'm excited. All right, let's do some writing. 15 minutes on the clock, last sprint. Go out being productive. I'll see you on the other side. The final sprint is done. Look at that. 64,833. Nice. How did everyone do? How did everyone do? 59 says 135 words. Dice led to a character getting lost in a maze and falling into a pit. Opportunity to separate all the characters so they can't rely on each other. At least good forward direction. I agree. You know, as long as it makes sense in the story, one of the best things you can do is pair up characters in different ways. Whether that's separating them, whether that's taking two characters that don't often interact together and sticking them together. I think that almost always ends up being a good move. Comrade Sheridan, about 1,000 words. Good job. Nice. I ended the day at just over 1,000. And you know, we spent half the stream just having a good time. Sometimes that happens. Christian says 230 words. Good job, Christian. Good job. Let's go. Love to see it. I had a good time hanging out today. I had a nice hot black tea. Christian says, I'm almost at your word count. Yeah, nice. Jonathan Cloud, 338. Good job. Jonathan Cloud, do you go by John? Or is that a big no? A big N-O? It's a no from me, dog. Almost at my word count. Almost at our word count, Christian. I don't hold any ownership over 60,000 words. We're all in this together. The age-old wisdom. All right, John, 338 total. Let's go. Good job. Well, I hope you guys had fun today. I had a good time on the stream. It was fun goofing off and hanging around and talking about old internet stuff. Christian says, I dropped my last novel at 64K. You're not dropping this one. Or just Johnny if you like. Johnny, you got it. I had fun. And tomorrow's live stream is going to be a fun one as we do some manuscript analysis stuff. We start our giveaway. I got to make sure I have everything ready for that. So yeah, if you're able to join tomorrow on Friday, I will be happy to see you there. We'll be running some manuscript analysis. See if it's something that you're interested in. Enter the giveaway if you would like. And yeah, tomorrow's going to be chill. If you can't make it, of course, the live stream VOD is always there. You can watch the recording. You do not have to be in the live stream to be part of the giveaway. It'll be open for a couple weeks. We're going into this pretty loosey-goosey. So bear with me. I'll have things more nailed down for Friday. I promise. Thanks for hanging out today. I hope you have a great rest of the day. I hope you feel satisfied with the writing that you did and excited for where your story is going next. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Enjoy the rest of the day. See ya.